my name is Andrew Flushy and I'm your Virginia defense attorney. Today we're going to look at how the actual marijuana field test kit works, the NARC2 field test. I've done some other videos and that's why I'm wearing rubber gloves so I don't contaminate the sample. And you'll see how this test kit works on some other green leafy material. So here's the test kit. This is approved by the Department of Forensic Science. It's the NARC2. It's one of the most common ones used by Virginia law enforcement. So we'll take one of the test samples out, or the test kits. This is an individual pouch and a little plastic pouch, and it's got some chemicals inside. So what you do is you take off the little clip so you can reseal the pouch. It's got a little stick that you can use to stick the sample down in to the pouch. And you're going to put your sample inside. So if you have marijuana or something the police claim is marijuana, they'll put some of the marijuana inside the pouch, is what they're supposed to do. What I have here to test today is cypress. Cypress is a substance that allegedly gives a false positive on these tests, and so I want to test some. We have a little cypress tree, so I'm going to test a little bit of it. So I'm going to take off just a little bit. You can't put too much material in there. So I've got a little sprig of cypress. I'm going to drop down there. And you can see that's green and leafy, just like alleged marijuana would be. Make sure it gets all the way down to the bottom because that's where the chemical action is going to take place. All right, so that's down there in the bottom. And what we're going to do is we're going to reseal the kit. So the kit is now resealed. I'm going to take off my gloves, or at least that glove. And now what we're going to do is we're going to follow the directions on the box. What an idea. If your officer is not following directions on the box, then that is a possible defense to a marijuana case, at least where the field test is being used. The first direction is that you need to time the test. It says you need to agitate for 60 seconds. So I got my watch here with a timer on it. I'm going to get a timer ready. You're going to break the first ampule, and you're going to time it for 60 seconds as you agitate it. My timing's a little bit off. I'm trying to do it for the video here. But I've got the timer running. We're at 55 seconds now, and we're agitating that first ampule. At the end of the first 60 seconds, and it needs to be 1 minute is what the instructions say, no color is supposed to appear. The manufacturer's website says that if color appears during that time, that's a problem. And if you don't agitate it for the full first minute, that is part of what helps eliminate false positives, is this first agitation period. So we're making sure we follow the directions as best I can. And one of the key things for this demonstration, again, is if your officer is not taking sufficient time for each step, then the field test instructions are not being followed, and they're right here on the box. So there's no excuse for that. And I don't know, a judge shouldn't let that field test in, and it at least should go to the weight of the field test. So we have about 5 seconds left. Our timer is going to go off. All right, so that's the first 60 seconds. Now we still see clear, so that's a good thing. Now what we're going to do is we're going to break the middle ampule, and it says to agitate for up to 1 minute, and it says a blue-violet color should appear. So I'm going to agitate, and I'm going to count. We're about 10 seconds, so I'm going to count. This one doesn't have to be precise. It's just up to 1 minute. So we're maybe about 15 seconds. The key thing is, it says the key is to not develop the blue-violet color too long. Development will cease with breakage of the final ampule. So you can't just do this indefinitely. And ours is still showing up clear, which is a good thing because this is cypress, not marijuana. And we're going to just keep agitating here for a minute. And I am not seeing any blue-violet, so that's good. So we're going to go ahead and break the third ampule. And there's these little glass ampules in there that hold the substance. And it says agitate for 2 to 3 seconds, so 1 1,000, 2 1,000. Now, for this to be marijuana, it says tilt at an angle, and what you're doing is you're reading the actual difference in the colors here, and the test kit itself shows the colors we're looking for. You're looking for a lighter purple, blue-violet is what they call it, over a darker purple to be marijuana. As you can see, ours is kind of a hazy clear over a more clear. And so this substance, according to this kit, is not marijuana, which is a good thing because it's cypress. But the key thing to remember is how long the test should take and how it's operated. You can't just break all 3 vials. You're supposed to break them one at a time. And so that's essential to how the test performs. If your officer didn't follow the directions, or if you think that your substance wasn't marijuana, definitely contact me today. And even if you think it was marijuana, contact me today so we can talk about defenses you may have.